Hello, I'm trying to venture into some Minecraft content for uh one reason which I'll get into if this video does get good, does get a lot of views or not. And by a lot of views, I mean like, I don't know, 50. And basically I just wanted to showcase some stuff that I was fooling around with. I was just fooling around with like making mob farms over there. Then I wanted to know what was possible with the crafter. So I made it so that this would basically funnel like paper and gunpowder to make fireworks. I was thinking that you can make a firework farm that would also have fire stars to like blast off into a closed space for like defense, which I feel like could still work. It's just that it will need a lot of testing. Also, I do not know if my voice is being picked up clearly. So okay, yeah, I could be here. Or here, I was just seeing all of the new copper stuff. I was fooling around with the happy gas, seeing what possibilities could do, testing out house designs. I know it's not loud for you, but everything in the game is loud for me. Then I fooled around with a tower design, trying to make a TNT launcher, but this kind of design. And I made a different one over there, which I had a brilliant idea for the high up part, which I'll cover soon. And here was when I wanted to make a Baba Yaga inspired house. Baba Yaga being a witch from, I believe, Russian folklore that whose house is who basically has chicken legs. The house has chicken legs, not the witch. Then I was seeing what you could do with the Breacher's launcher. Over here is the chart of armor trims and how they relate to the dyes. Top row is the dyes that we have. The middle row is the different materials that can be applied to armor trims, and the bottom is what I think would work for the remaining ones. As you can see, I did my best to work with this. Resin looks way more orange, so I put it at the orange, so copper is brown. And I basically was struggling because I didn't really want to put gunpowder here, but I decided to do it anyway. And I really like how I went with Dragon's Breath for pink and Popcorn's Fruit for magenta, which would technically give it a good use. On the other side, it's just armor trims and stuff and upgrades. Now over here is one that took me a while to make, but I really like it. It's basically just like a mansion design, and I'll showcase it outside right now. The one thing that I don't really like is this part right here, but I felt like I needed something for the cartography table, so. And then we have blue fire there. I used trims there, and I really like the snail design that I saw on one YouTube channel. Being Korean, obviously. Who else am I going to be finding this stuff from? And I've been using the debug stick for some of this, which is what I'm currently holding. Then inside, apparently there's some spots that are dark enough to allow bats to spawn, but it gives it a cool design. This area doesn't really have that much, but it does have this small like chandelier that doesn't really work. And then over here is the kitchen. I like the chair design. Oh right, shift. I forgot about that. I've not played Minecraft in a while, so I really like how I implemented all of the different stuff, like rhinestones being like the circular things that chains go on. I don't really remember, and I will not take the time to search this up to fix it in post. Also, this will probably be badly edited, or not edited at all. Except, well, I've been having problems with like editing, which is why I've not uploaded anything in a while. Also, I didn't really want to update things. But the grindstone is not even in this area, not physically used in this area. Same with the anvil. This is just a small area, and you can see the tort, and you can see the thing outside. And I used the copper columns to bring this like more to life, and I like how I implemented the grindstone, even though this is wood. I used pale oak and birch alongside leaf litter to make it look like shavings of stuff. Uh, I'll get to that in a second. Over here we have the library where the grindstones are, the enchanter, and anvil, alongside barrels, which are empty, pictures, and some empty chiseled book frames, and uh, and backwards looms. Then to get upstairs, there's two ways. You can do parkour over here, which I used a technique where you layer glass. Of course, I put air pockets in between so it goes way deeper. I really should put my keyboard closer to me so it's not wobbling around. And it was so annoying to get this to stay like that, so I had to, because you can't trim these vines for whatever reason, so I just put that there, and I couldn't have it anywhere else, or else it would like grow along, and that's basically how you get up from that direction. But there is one other direction, this area, which I actually really enjoy, because you can technically harvest these in vanilla, and I had to actually make this easier because when I was showcasing it to family members, I kept on falling. But also, I don't want to fly up here, just so I can show you that it is possible. I added this one because this, like, 3 block diagonal jump, it was very annoying. And here we have storage, more storage. I really like this design that I used. Oh, hey, look at this, more storage. And then ender chests on each side. But there is, like, a few more things. Now, if we go over to the chandelier in the middle, if we hop on here, those use the yellow frog lights. Pots over here, and not end crystals, and rods, and soul torches. There is a music disc that's here, being the gassed one. I'll put that back in when I leave this. But the bedroom is the one place that we have not seen yet. And so up here, dim lights, uh, bell. Then over here we just have some barrels with candles, a copper column, heavy core, and armor trends. Uh, banner patterns, lichen, and over here we have 3 weapons. This was made before this guy's update came out, so there wasn't really any incentive to put anything there. But we have one more house to go until I show you. Oh, wait, hold on. Before you get shown. That is loud. That was loud. Wow, that has some range. But anyway, here's my favorite. That has some serious range on it. Wow. This is my favorite Baba Yaga house build. Obviously, I had to make it smaller because I was originally going to make it, but I built it too small down. I use both the Firefly blocks underground and Spore Blossoms over here. I might have overdone it with Spore Blossoms. Inside the entire floor is this thing. And we have some copper golems. Up here to use these tools, you just go down here. For blast furnace, smoker, and crafting table. We have a wine stone right here. I really like some of the designs here. Of course, we have another jukebox, probably playing the exact same song. Up here is basically just storage and stuff. But also, basically, I don't really need to explain this stuff because it's basically just the exact same reasonings for the others. The building that I built on top of the ground was not really my favorite thing to do for this because it doesn't really look that good. But I did want a tower, so and then this is just a little crowded, but also looks good. So, oh great, now I'm not falling. But anyway, on to my favorite thing that I've done here. Right, turn to mob spawns back on. I actually forgot about that. I don't know how. Anyway, we have this tower over here. There's a little collateral over there, so I had to fix this. Get in, shift. And this was the very first thing I made on here. The bottom floor, pretty barren. Then if you go up here, the jukebox set doesn't really make sense. Beds and stuff, that doesn't really make sense. That was, if I'm correct, that was supposed to be understands, then there was going to be something here. And my favorite design. I'll turn up the volume so you can hear. But this is my favorite thing that I've done. Okay, that should be loud enough. Oh, come on, make noise! I used the armadillos to, like, make... Ah! Why is there music? That's way too loud, I think. Oh, wait, it's not that loud, actually. Basically, I used armadillos, to make it sound like the wind's creaking the buildings, to make you think that's too high up. This is what the outside looks like. See, they're trapped right there. They also produce goods. And yeah, that's basically it. I hope this does good, and if it does, I'll make different kind of Minecraft stuff. Oh, and last thing is this wrong one. My skin. Oh wait, I'm still wearing a piece of armor. Anyway, oh right, it's E. I forgot. Can you tell I've not been playing this game for a while? Anyway, this is the skin that I'm using. It's basically just an assortment of blocks being well, it's basically a assortment of blocks. Oh my god, where's the music and sound? Where's the master volume? Turn you down. Turn you down. Anyway, it's just an assortment of blocks being the creaking heart, piston, that was supposed to be like magma, but it kind of just looks like lava. And also amethyst shards, bookshelf, and grinder. Some of a bunch of the different ores. Crafter with glow vines on it. And yeah, that's basically it. If you like this, then I don't know, leave a like. I don't really care if you subscribe or not. That's like the least of my worries right now. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, bye.